What's up, guys? It's October 6th, 2023. We're going to do a breakdown of the E-mini. Bulls had a huge uptrend today. There's a lot of money to be made on the upside. We're going to start off with yesterday's breakdown, and then I'm going to do the first 6 bars of the day and then talk about the patterns and double top, double bottoms that appeared today. So, off the rip, Bears make money yesterday. They make 1 flag, 2 flag, 3s, and it fails. Bulls have a pretty bad trend up to this breakout point, and Bears short here, but they can't make a new low. Since Bears can't make a new low and we take out this structure, this means Bulls are now in charge for this brief moment in time. And this bar confirms that Bulls are in charge. If Bears are in charge, we would be selling, right? This ends up being a bear trap right here, and Bulls make a second leg higher. They get about 3 flags as well. 1, 2, 3, and this one fails, or you can count 1, 2, 3, or maybe 1, 2, 3. So the market structure's there. It's just how you want to view it, how you're reading your price action. That was yesterday. Let's get into today. So the first 6 bars of today. We have a gap down. The first bar of the day is a bull bar. So this means Bears are not seeing continuation after a gap down. Usually a gap down is a bear bar, so that would be a sign of bear strength. And the first bar of the day is a bull bar. Pretty big bull bar with a wick. This could be sellers, this could be bulls taking profits. We don't really know. But what we do know is the first bar of the day is a bull bar after a gap down. Not good for the Bears. Could always end up being a pullback and we sell lower. We have to wait for more information. The next couple bars are range bars, so that's not good for either side. No one likes to see dojis. This is a huge wick. Maybe Bears are lacing up the markets with sell orders right there. But then we could say the same thing for bulls, lacing the markets with buy orders. With this wick shows us that there's buy orders and sell orders through the wicks. The wicks tell a story, but the bodies are absolute. That's kind of what I keep telling myself. First 6 bars a day, weak gap down and very rangy. Lots of overlap. Not really any outside bars making the markets go lower. So this is nice. Head in first. Bears go for another 10 points and have a failed breakout. They can't continue the trend lower. We have a head and shoulders reversal here and a higher low and a huge breakout. Bulls break out of this range that the market is stuck in right here. And they get a huge breakout bar in it with follow through to close the gap. These wicks at highs, I'm taking it as profit taking. I don't think, maybe Bears are shorting, but they're not making any money. If they're going short, they are just straight up losing money right away if they short this close, if they short. So go for the gap fill and it gets closed. Very strong pull with a breakout. Something's setting it up. The Bulls are setting something up for the day. We have profit taking at highs. Let me expand this chart a little bit. That's a little bit better, I think. So we have the profit taking, and Bulls are closing gaps now. They're closing this gap. They've closed this gap, and we're leaving gaps open. So now we have this. Oh, why did that happen? There we go. Bulls have this gap open right here, about right there. Can you guys see that? So that's a bull gap. That's a very strong bull gap with a breakout. Here's the breakout. So we could say we're breaking out of this range with this bar, and then we're breaking out of the high with this bar. So multiple breakouts, multiple flags depending on what way you're looking at it. Or you could even just be buying the low of yesterday. Like this could also be a failed breakout from yesterday's low. Lots of different reasons to get long, but I'm not seeing too many bear setups except for maybe this flag that I got trapped right there. But we have like a bear flag, double top, or we have buy low, sell high, breakout, and a bull flag with continuation. Today's setting up to be a bullish day. This was the previous high, and we're very close to it. Get a bull flag right here. Bears get trapped. That's what I wanted to say. This is a bear trap because this does look like the gap got closed, but it also looks like they didn't make any money. Sure, they made money. That's a scalp. They made maybe 5 points, a scalp to the EMA, but you have to be a quick thinking bear to realize, like, oh crap, this is not a turnaround. This is a bull trend. With this much bullish pressure, for me, I'm just looking to get long unless we see a clear double top reversal. I do know some traders that successfully scalped this. I'm not that fast thinking, but this was a good bear scalp. Also, if you did not get out of your shorts here, you're going to pretty much miss a really nice run. The person, my mentor, she scalped. I remember her saying she went short here and caught that. She's great at point counting. Let's continue with the day. This is crazy good continuation. We have flag 1, flag 2, flag 3. Again, bears are getting trapped. I know people are shorting yesterday's high, or the range high at least. This is yesterday's range high. Bears, I mean, this is proof that bears are shorting or bulls taking profits. At the time, we don't know if it's bulls taking profits or bears shorting, but after a few bars, it doesn't really matter because bulls broke out. So bulls are still buying highs. Bulls are buying lows, bulls are buying highs, bulls are buying for any reason. They don't care. They're just steady buying for about 2 hours now. We have gaps on the EMA. I'm going to delete this. So we have gaps all right here. That should be green. Eventually that's going to get filled. It's rare that the market doesn't come back to fill the gap. But it just kept on going. It kept going. I'm going to turn off this bigger time frame EMA real quick so there's not too many lines. I actually missed the majority of this leg because I was just like, is this an exhaustion? I thought this was an exhaustion. This candle raced up and came down, so I thought it was an exhaustion, failed breakout above this high. And then it kept going. And then after I got long again on the flag. But I was like, I missed this leg and I was really surprised. And that's when I was like, yo, this is a full-blown trend. This is a full-blown trend. This was data. This just bar down was data. It was a huge bear bar. So people could be FOMOing, thinking they're missing out of the bear sell. And that's why they keep getting short and getting trapped, getting short and getting trapped. Because the overnight session, this is a big bear bar. So overnight traders or people using the overnight charts are looking at bear pressure, ignoring all this bullish reversal pressure. Another 10 points. Two-legged pullback. I turned off the wrong EMA. Hold on. This is a 5-minute EMA. My bad. I was like, something's not right. So this is the EMA, the 5-minute EMA, the correct EMA for the correct time frame. This is a sweet wedge. Look. Huge, strong, super strong pull. Even here, strong pull. No selling. Look at this bar. There's no selling on this bar. It is just a little bit of buyers, a little wick, and a steady buying. So bulls bought all the way into the close. They did not care. And then we get 3 pushes down to make a wedge bottom. 1, 2, 3. I've been trying to look for wedge bottom and downtrends, and this is the first time I saw a wedge bottom and an uptrend, and it made so much more sense about why it's a wedge bottom. Look, 1, 2, 3 into support with a doji. This is a good buy. It is a hard buy because we're not even coming close to the EMA, so it's like, how long are we going to trend for? But that's what makes a trend is everyone keeps getting caught out. Bears keep getting trapped in this case, and people keep FOMOing into the trend. So bears get trapped, buy back, FOMO traders buying. So all these things have to happen for a trend to take place. Not all those things every single time. It's just like multiple things have to happen for a trend to work. Bears shorting, people FOMOing, just continuously buying. So this is part of everything I'm saying is part of Brook's price action, and this is a strong spike in channel, and he talks about that. This is one huge bar on a different time frame. I'll tell you the time frame: 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. Wait, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. So on a 40-minute chart, this is one big bar. Are you going to short? Would you go short on this bar on the 5-minute? Probably not. So why would someone try and go short here if it's the same thing on the 40-minute? You know we're about to go look at the 40-minute chart now. Hold on, let me do this correctly. This is the price action we're looking for. Close that. So I'm going to save, double click that. Okay, there's the same chart. Now we're going to go to the 40-minute time frame. I thought you could add. Okay. Look at that. See? I'm not making this thing up, people. Al Brooks is legit. Who's shorting this? I know one of you went short. But no, my point is, if you're not going to short this, excuse me, don't be shorting this. For me, I used to 100%, I'd be shorting the hell out of this. And then finally, I was like, I don't even know what's going on. So I sat out. And then I got long on the pullback because I knew it was a spiking channel. The channel is going to be a bumpy ride. We don't know. So that understanding it's a spiking channel is what is part of the edge Al Brooks gives us. And the people who study under him, they teach us, like, spiking channel, you need to, are we still holding bullish structure? We are, okay? So don't get out. There's no there's no reason to sell. This is a spike. A bull. Oh man, I love talking about the markets for those like little moments right there. This is a bull channel with a wedge, 3 bear bars, and then we push and we break out with a credible, strong follow through. You may say like, oh, that's not strong. It's just a little doji. You're right. It's not strong. But I'm using a different tool to draw. That's why you keep seeing me click off. It's because I need to switch back to my cursor. So we were talking about this doji like, oh, that's not good follow through. It's not. But compared that doji with 2 hours of buying probably has a little more significance to it. You know what I mean? Like, it's not just a doji. It's a bull doji after a breakout after 2 hours of buying. The context of the doji is strong. And even if we want to get granular about the doji, let's get into it. This is what makes us good price action traders. There is no, where the hell is the wick? So even if this is a small doji, the wick is for the bulls. That's showing buying at highs. So who's shorting? Don't short this because it's a double top. And I'm just trying to really explain this because I've lost a day's worth of profits not understanding just little crap like that. It's not crap, but it's the nuances of the market. Okay, let's keep going. There's another flag right there. I think I took that one too. The flag I was just talking about. So we know that's a flag. I hope you guys can see that flag, and then we see this flag here, right? The same pattern I just talked about, talking about the dojis. Although these dojis are bear dojis with wicks, versus this doji had a bottom wick. These have top wicks. So something is slowly changing. The market is transitioning. One part of this, I'm moving my hands. I forgot you guys can't see them. The market can be in a trend and then into a range. So remember the last leg in a trend can be the first leg in a range. So something's going on. We don't know. Maybe bears are just getting trapped. We really don't know right now. We need more information. Also, bulls are buying the breakout. We have confirmation of this bar is the confirmation for this bar. We have the flag attempt. So this flag was also a break and retest of the previous flag. So this is flag, and then we break and retest, make another flag with steady buying again. See the difference? See, like, I would really, back in the day, overlook these two dojis, but this is telling you something. It doesn't mean the bull trend is over, but now look at this pullback. We're getting way later in the trend. We're getting more deeper pullbacks. We're getting more dojis. These are range bars. A doji is a range bar, and then this is a trend bar. There are only two types of bars: range bars and trend bars. And when I say range, it's just a doji. So when I say doji, think range. There's a lot of videos like upper bottom wick doji, double top bottom top, triple top wick doji. That's all crap. It's just think of it as a range, and I've shown it in other videos why a doji is a range. Al Brooks explains it. I try my best to explain things like Al Brooks so I can remember it better. So where am I at? This is a range bar at range highs. This was a continuation bar after a huge thing here. I don't want anyone to lose money, and like now I feel like I'm getting a little bit better at trading. I can see the mistakes I'm making. I'm like, guys, it's hard because I think like I remember people would tell me that, and I would still make the mistakes anyways. So hopefully, I don't want you guys to lose money, but maybe you make the mistake and then you remember the video, and then you see the same price action and you remember the mistake, and then you remember the video, and then that's how you slowly start to stop making mistakes. Like, you close that gap. So my teachers helped me close the gap, but I want you guys to close the gap. I want all of us to make money, and we're going to go party in Miami. And that one place in Italy, the island, I don't know what it's called. Not Bermuda. Anyways, double top. So this is what I mean. This was not a good double top. So they got continuation. This last leg was probably caused by everyone going short here. But then this really is like really high and late in the day in a bull trend. And we finally get a range at highs. This is a lower high double top, and it sells. It works. It makes sense. The context for this double top is better than this double top. Because bulls have to take profits. Their risk, we have no clue who's holding. Are their stops here? Well, we know their stops are here. But for how long have they been holding? How much money? How much open profits? Hedge funds need to collect their money. And that's what happens. They're buying highs, and then we come here, double top, bulls sell out, bears see a double top, and they short. Bears are pissed off because they probably went short here and lost money, so they either get out or they scale in and they make money. They break even on their first short, and they make money on their second short. So that's how you trade ranges. And just for the record, we are in a range. Like, yes, this is bullish, right? Sure, I agree. This is bullish. But this is also a range. If it wasn't a range, then why did bears make money? If it wasn't a range, why did bears make money here and here? They made money, but it was still a bull flag. You know what I'm saying? And bears did not... Bears did not make any money here. This is a good example of gaps too. I guess a bigger gap. Gaps are I'm trying to get better at reading gaps because that's a very good way to measure the strength of the markets. That's why I keep talking about them. In the Al Brooks course, they only talk about gaps for 30-40 minutes, but if you join his Discord, and they really emphasize on gaps. So if you guys take the course, focus on the gaps. It is insane, like, because I'm talking about big gaps right here to learn how to read these big gaps. I hope by now you guys know what gaps I'm talking about. But while these big gaps are happening, there's all these little micro gaps being made too. See, like, this was a gap, but it got filled right away. This was a gap, and right now it's open. So, it goes bigger time frame, smaller time frames. The price action is fractal. So it's easier to read it. For me right now, it's easier to find these type of gaps. But I just don't really want to confuse anyone unless you guys are taking the course about these very small micro gaps, is what they're called. And micro gaps is where I'm getting confused on reading price action, because it is tough. See this? This is a gap, but it got filled. These two bear bars filled this gap. Wait, why is that thing there? Hold on. I'm gonna delete this. Delete that. See, this is the gap right here for this bull bar. This is a gap, but these two bear bars filled the gap and created a new gap. So this is micro gaps, right? We see a bull gap here. It gets filled. It actually doesn't get filled. It stays open. Bears try and close this bull gap from this candle. This candle has a gap, and now these two bear bars create a gap as well for the bears. See, this would be the gap for the bears, but it would go like this. But these bull bars, this bull bar right here and this bull bar closed this gap. It closed that gap. So the bulls have a gap open, but the bears don't. So that's why there's more bull pressure. And you see how, like, this is like super granular. The same thing I just explained in this little circle is happening. Is also happening like right here. Price action is fractal, and this was a great day for the bulls. These type of days don't always happen. I'm not expecting a bull trend on Monday, but I do think that if we range, that there'll be more bullish pressure, unless the overnight session puts in, you know, like a crazy double top sell or a wedge top sell. So that was Monday. We're just gonna do a quick market cycle breakdown. Oh yeah, 4 hours. Remember, check out do some price action breakdowns where like you highlight boxes and like you can look at it like on a 4-hour chart or maybe a smaller time frame chart. What does a 2-minute chart look like? Okay, you can't even short on the 2-minute, you know. So that was like around here. You can't even go short on the 2 minutes. But anyways, market cycle. Been talking about this for quite some time. How I thought we were at the low of the range here, but bears got one more sell down, and now we're seeing bullish pressure. This is an inside bar. If this had a very small bull body, I would say like, oh, 3 bull bars at lows, that's bullish pressure. But bulls, I don't know. I mean, this is a great reversal bar, but this also creates a double top for the bears. Are we at range lows, or are we pulling back in a downtrend? So I don't know. The market cycle says after a trend we range, and we trended, and now we are ranging. We're not ranging yet, but bulls have finally made money, so the trend could be over. The trend could be pausing. I try my best to be careful with my words here because I don't want to create a biasness. I just want to talk about the different things that can happen. Maybe we make a double bottom and go higher. Maybe we make a double top, sell into a double bottom, make a higher low, and then go higher. Maybe we go straight up and have a failed breakout and shoot down because the market sees this. Maybe the market wants to test this level before turning around. That was pretty much the range breakout point before we broke down. I was looking at the charts earlier and I noticed this. I thought this was kind of cool. The market was more so in this range. Oh, excuse me. The market was in this range, and when we popped out, we snapped in. And so if maybe the market thinks this is more of a fair value range, a balance zone. These are languages Al Brooks uses, so a balance zone could be a range. It's the market sees equal opportunity there. Maybe we are gonna pop back up into this range and just range. I don't know, but I did notice that although bulls broke out, we sold right back into the lows of this previous range. So it'll be interesting. Last leg in a trend could be the first leg in a range. We don't know. Maybe we break, sell, double bottom go, failed breakout, failed breakout. Who knows? Failed breakouts is what fuels one side. So hope you guys are studying. I didn't pop off on too many rants today. I'll try my best to stay on topic. And these videos are getting longer, but I'm trying to condense them. So I hope you guys are getting information. I'm not wasting anyone's time. Thank you for the views and the comments, and you guys are helping me out just as much as I hope I'm helping you guys out. Hit the follow button if you learned something. Stay tuned. I'm going to be going on live next week, this week, all the time. I'll be posting a lot of shorts. Have a good weekend, everybody. Bye.